We are just looking for this one here, Absorbing Man. So we can build an Absorbing Man deck. It's kind of like he would just naturally fit into, like, this is like between Ironheart and White Tiger. You're looking for a really strong on effect at 4. This is that card. 100%. This is that card. Before, you were like, the 4 energy slot is a tech slot a lot of the time. It's where you put Shang-Chi, it's where you put Enchantress. You know what I mean? So just slots right there, like it just, and you can play this, if you play Tiger, you can play this on 4 with another, or on 6 with a 2 energy card, and you get 10, you get like another Tiger at a discounted price at an increased strength. 3 is not that awful when you're taking up a slot, but I just see there being like, it's gonna offer you a lot of strength. Well, the deck that I'm playing for Throne Room, I think used to be my Odin deck because I'm playing Odin in that deck too. And you could even argue that we could pop this card in instead of Wong. It could be that simple. So my current Throne Room deck looks like this. Electra to kill sunspots. It does come up. It comes up, and it also is a good card for Angela, and generally she's worth it. Like, you just don't play her right away. Agent 13 and Cable with Quinjet just to get those cards for cheap. Wolfsbane is a really good on reveal that works with what we're trying to do. I think Ironheart might be better to have with Absorbing Man. Wong would work well with this. The issue is that I have a tech spot for Enchantress and Shang-Chi in this situation. So what Enchantress allows me to do, I was noticing it a lot yesterday because of the discard quest, but it also stops Dino. But I think if I wanted this to be a little bit spicier, I would just keep Shang-Chi because he can still solve Dino. Like, this is just a very safe deck. I have been climbing with it too. It has felt like I've always had the answer. So dropping Enchantress, it scares me, but ideally Shang-Chi covers me. But I mean, you don't always see Shang-Chi, but you always see one of these, right? So I felt super safe, and I feel like there is, like, for a more controlling archetype, this is it. You also can play these cards early with Odin, and then Odin can double up on these effects. You can kind of like trick your opponent. I probably don't need Enchantress, but I feel like Enchantress is like a tech card that isn't used as much. And so the question is, do we like Wolfsbane more than Ironheart? And I think I don't like Ironheart more. Ironheart is guaranteeing 6 if there's 3 units to receive it. So usually on curve there is not, unless Central Park or whatever, but usually even if you're on curve, your ones aren't safe unless you're protecting them. So her reactivation of the effect, her effect also gets points like outside of where you would normally be able to get points, but so does White Tiger, and I feel that's fairly controllable. White Tiger isn't a lot about luck because it's not that hard to fill up one of these locations. The percentage of points you get less, and I think that when you take off 1 power from Angela, she is in line. Like, once again, we have Angela on Stark Tower. It's pretty good. Like, I think that this is good. I think that if I had Cable in my hand, that I would have a strong opening hand. So I think that it's important to feel like that. Generally, though, when a nerf occurs, it feels pretty bad, right? You are disincentivized to play it because... But I don't think anybody was playing Angela and being like, oh man, I'm just barely getting by with this card, you know? Don't think anybody's saying that. We could use Electra quite comfortably on Machine World, I think, if we needed to. Draw a card, we like it. Shang-Chi. So seeing Shang-Chi and not seeing Throne Room is generally good because people are usually playing to support that. Here though, I think I have to play Electra on Stark Tower though. We don't have Odin, so we might not have a 6th play, but I think in the efforts of keeping our points up and like keeping our opportunities loose. Okay, so the cool news is that Odin is going to just nuke here. So if we draw Odin, I'm snapping because we just send the goblins right back if it's possible. We're not drawing those things though. And it's already turn 4. But we do have 2 of those combos, 2 of those. So it's like, what happens here is my opponent sees the other lane that I'm more likely to want to win here. So Wong sucks on turn 5, right? So if we go into Machine World here, Like, is that the play with Odin as our backup plan? Like, am I gonna lose if I give my opponent Wong on turn 5? At this point, Angela does feel bad, I gotta say. Debris. I think my opponent will not care about Wong. Okay, we don't flip first. Now the question is, do we want to give our opponent White Tiger? I think that's fine, given that my opponent is trying to trying to garbage up my board. So he's also putting garbage on his own board, and also I'm sure my opponent has a plan already in place. There's no snapping though, and also I get bonus from the rock anyway. I actually am going to snap here, even though I don't have Odin. I think I am going for this play here, but hold on. I need to fill up this spot, actually. Spider-Woman is still a good thing to play on Wong's spot. I actually am going to play this here because my opponent might try to opt out.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Okay, Odin kind of we have to draw Odin, right?
All systems go.
We aren't going to, though, because my opponent put Spider-Man in my hand. And I also have priority because Spider-Man is not a lot of points. So yeah, right? So I can play Absorbing Man and I can play Cable. And I could actually end up winning Machine World and Stark Tower. Because the last card I played was White Tiger, right? So we also block any like other garbage that could come in here. So this could be the win. I think this could still be a win. But I think my opponent can easily beat me at Stark Tower. But oh no, then we win this lane. No, we win this game, I think. We win this game. Oh, that's a lot of cards, huh? Oh, cool, cool. That's the animation. Goes right over there and says, thank you very much. It's 100% clear. There's Mysterio. 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 Mojo. Yep, that's going to activate. So that's going to tie up Stark Tower. Here comes Scorpion, and do I just not have enough points? I win on points! Yeah! All right, that's a pretty good debut for Absorbing Man. That's a good one. Unfortunately, not drawing Odin, I'm glad I still won that game, but Odin would have I could have just sent that back. Would have been great. Throne Room. Okay. Throne Room with Wong, White Tiger, and Wolfsbane looks great. It's like the one location that Electra sucks at. Cable into the unknown here. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Like how planned does this look against me? The ninja, it's a oh, never mind. Forget what I said. This is much better. So I am complaining about the 50-50 on Sunspot, but I just got Wong on Camartage with Dr. Doom in my hand. I went from complaining to snapping. Now, my play is still Electra here. I would absolutely like to take out Sunspot, but I could end up helping my opponent. But it also could actually help the snapback, honestly. Oh shit. Well, this also could, if I get Sunspot here. Oh, I got him! So that, I still have to play something here, and I will, because Wolfsbane's pretty fine here. But, yeah, given that what we want to do is play Dr. Doom. Now, Dr. Doom, there's a lot of cards that could still beat Dr. Doom there if Dr. Doom's not the highest. But the Tiger would then, we get 4 Tigers in different lanes. We wouldn't be able to fill the throne room, so I think Dr. Doom is better. Don't I have Tiger and Doom and just win mid anyway? Just win mid anyway. That's what I wasn't considering. That's what I wasn't considering. Holy shit. Just win mid anyway. Warming up. Okay. So now it's our Doctor Doom versus the White Tiger, which my opponent probably has. And that's not good. But what is good? No, that's not good. We have Odin, but let's assume they have White Tiger and Odin as well. And they can get 7s in the throne room, and we can't. We have Shang-Chi. That's why. That's fine. Right? Yeah? Battle of the Wongs. Let's go, Wongers. Definitely a highlight game already. But I'm committed to doing this. So we go White Tiger, and if my opponent does it as well, we have Shang-Chi, but we don't have a follow-up really. I'd like to play Wolfsbane on Camartage to take it that way. It's gotta be the same thing though, right? Tiger. Yeah. So let's see. My opponent is going to get the same outcome and be able to take the flood. So now the question is, so we reveal first. So we will likely win this, right? We can only play this in Quinjet though. So my opponent doesn't have the same option as me now. So what is the winning play? If I play Doctor Doom now, or if I play Absorbing Man now, is what I should say, we can't lose. No, we reveal first, so we can get Shang-Chi. It can be the exact same thing. So the play could actually be Quinjet with Shang-Chi. Sad about mid. Yeah, this is a tough one. But I think that it's quite possible that this... Well, then we would only win Throne Room and our opponent would win Camartage with Odin, right? Are we can't win? Okay, so then we have to Odin. Because we have 2 more points. We considered it all. So in this case, we would win on points. And that's fine, right? Deck empty. So we know it's not hitting us. It's not Jubilee or Infinite. It's definitely Odin, right? Deck empty. Location full. We win if they Odin. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here, right? Location full. Great. Oh no! You know what's good though? I can cut this. This gets cut in the YouTube video. That's 2 great highlights. I can probably write down the timestamps here. 2 great highlights for Absorbing Man, even though Absorbing Man wasn't part of that. Absorbing Man was still part of the discussion. Yeah, that was the only play that wins it for us too, right? Yeah, see? Cable was good, yeah. But I really couldn't plan on Cosmo being any particular place. And I don't think I win if I play all my on reveals in the negative zone. But maybe I do. Maybe if I move Wong, well, I didn't have any on reveals in my hand. My opponent had all my cards. You know? So White Tiger in Washington, D.C. is something. Movement's pretty unpredictable. New York, a lot of people don't like New York for that reason. It creates 50-50s. Onslaught Citadel. With Wong. So this could be Wong slot Citadel. We don't mind that. But I think we want to set up Angela somewhere else. So it makes the most sense. Yeah, so I think we're both running Wong. So I'm just going to take this for now. I think we're both running Wong, and it's going to come down to other stuff. Kind of like that other game where we won by 1 point. But I just know how this game works. Oh. Oh. Okay, so it's a destroy deck with Danger Room on the board. What's the ongoing effect that scares me for destroy? This allows us to actually, like, I would consider just playing Electra right now, because I think that all the 1-drops that this kind of deck would play wants to be destroyed. So I just get the points, and I can actually keep doing this, try to stick stuff, and if it doesn't stick, I get another 2 points to Angela. Yeah, and I think my opponent's yeah, exactly. My opponent is planning on just destroying all this stuff. So do I lose to Onslaught Citadel, or am I drawing into a nut? Am I in a nut draw situation here? I mean, my opponent's going to get to play death. My opponent also could have just snapped on the fact that Washington, D.C. and Bucky was good enough. Like, it looked good enough. So we have Shang-Chi in that situation. And we could just play it now, but death is going to happen. Like, death is going to show up. So here's the situation where Wolfsbane is not necessarily better than Ironheart, though. It's just like, this is where I would just kind of like love to have Agent Coulson, right? Like, this feels like a bad play, but not spending the energy at this point in the game feels worse. All right. So we could win the Danger Room because, unlike Death's Domain, you never really know what's going to happen. So there is that. Ongoing effects are doubled, so this is like it, right? Like, I don't even think we would lose. Like, the Tigers alone would be enough. Tiger's stronger than Bucky.
Oh, snap.
Tiger's stronger than Bucky. My opponent is just not playing Wong, just playing dinos for days, right? So I think Tigers everywhere beats anything else. Each Tiger is 10 points at Washington, D.C., so we have 40 points at Washington, D.C. How does my opponent beat 40 points there? If they all go there, but they... Oh, this is great to only have one option, actually, because I think that I only have one option. And I don't think this matters. None of this matters, and it's not enough points, even though they do stick. Now my opponent will probably know if they're in or out. Like, does... Whoa. Let's just hold on there, McBee. We're doing this. So my opponent can play Death and something else. White Tiger is going to shoot... It's going to double it and double it. Is it just 4 Tigers or is it 8 Tigers? Is it 8 Tigers? Or is it more than 4 Tigers? I think I'd win anyway. I think I win anyway, so I'm just going to call it. But I think I just... Yeah, Death is there. Okay, that's great. We weren't... Oh, yeah, Moon Girl. Oh! Danger. No. Tigers, go the other way. More Tigers. I want more. I demand more. It's not enough. Tigers! Don't win on points if we get one more. No, it's 10. No, one Tiger in the other direction wins. That's all. Yeah. Shit. We win anyways. Guys, remember we win anyways? Airball, yeah. Definitely. Look at this. Pro chatter right here. This guy has been in chats before. I lost. That was an 8-cube loss too. I think that's fine. But I think I could have thought about it more. But at the same time, it was a 50-50 and the Danger Room helped me. I think that would actually be... I think that's a hard call for my opponent to make, actually. It's a harder call for my opponent to accept than it was for me. But, you know, as this game is, I think I played to the odds. I think I was definitely... Like, if I was assuming that my opponent couldn't play into the Danger Room because it was not a sure thing that it stuck, you know what I mean? Like, the play is much worse. Like, my opponent, I think, with all the information present, if I was my opponent and I knew everything and I was a perfect player, which my opponent was not, I would have actually retreated because I could have lost. And could have lost is, I don't know, man. It's either +8, -8, or -4, right? There's only one good outcome out of 3 very realistic outcomes at that point. One is a controllable outcome. My opponent is bored to death right now. So this is a boredom snap. I don't care. I'm going to take my fucking time. So we could easily win here, right? If, look at this, Dr. Doom and Wong, and we're drawing into Shang-Chi, maybe. The boredom snap, baby. Cloning Vats, Quinjet, where are you when I need you? But this is, Wolfsbane is a good thing to clone, but now I'm really going to take my time. You immediately identify that your opponent is impatient. Because I don't think... Now, my opponent could also be holding Professor X. Professor X in Strange Academy is a pretty sure thing. Dr. Doom suggests that maybe not, but... And Strong Guy also suggests that maybe not. So I don't think it's Professor X, but it could be, but I don't think it is. So if I lose to Professor X, it's not because I didn't consider it. There's a very good draw that I'm not getting, but you know, whatever. It could have been on the bottom of my deck. There's Shang-Chi though. We accelerated that draw. Absorbing Man as well, like, gets Wolfsbane effect, but potentially. If we could play Elektra and then play Wolfsbane. That's a pretty good turn 4 here. Playing Wong and then Doctor Doom, that can be a 5-6. Doctor Doom, no, we need Wolfsbane for the end. Wolfsbane needs to be the highest thing in the throne room. So Wolfsbane needs to be played actually closer to now. Because I need to play Shang-Chi too, probably. Or is it just Wong on cloning bats? Am I overthinking this? I think I'm overthinking this. I play Wong on cloning bats. I don't draw. Because at this point, I think I have everything I need to win. Herbal, you can quote me on this one. Where now I can play Wolfsbane, get the full effect, clone it, and then I can play Wolfsbane and Absorbing Man. And Elektra. So I'm just, you know, this isn't the best use of energy here, but at the same time, I think I'm setting myself up for the win. But I can't play both of those cards, Wolfsbane and Absorbing Man, right? Because I don't have Quinjet. That's the issue. I'm used to having all these discounts to these cards. Because that's my Absorbing Man. What am I talking about? But these Wolfsbanes would have been discounted. I think that my plan still works with Shang-Chi if I had Quinjet. But I don't have Quinjet, right? So... Okay, I think we're winning with this realization here. So do we lose to Shang-Chi now, or do we win on points? Dino is the biggest Dino could be 17. 17 is as high as it can get. So yeah, we're tying it. No, we win. And the important thing is that we win on points in the tiebreaker. Let's go. Oh man, and you know what? I'll put this in the video because this is probably the last video. This is probably the last. I feel like this has been a lot of highlights. I honestly feel like I could just take my pick from here, and I've actually been recording the stream, so I don't even have to like go back and. I know it sounds weird at recording it, but honestly, it's easier on my hard drive to just take the broadcast from Twitch. Like the quality isn't really that important, and the quality is like these days the technology is like I don't know. The quality seems exactly like I'm just downloading a video I already have, and the past broadcast is on the cloud. So, what was the point I was making? I can cut out so much like math. Like the math error was. I just couldn't I'm like 17. I should know this. Again, I don't play a lot of Dino, but 17 is the highest it goes, and I was getting 19, and I was saying as much. Now, if my opponent played there, we would still win, right? Red hot. We still have an hour before a reset. Oh, there's the Iron Man. There's the Iron Heart. I just, you know. I don't really like what this looks like. It looks like the smoochy face, right? Like if you do like the upside down smooch face, which I think one of the baby avatars even has that. I don't know. It just looks weird. Like it looks like I would use it maybe if that pixel was filled in. It's just that pixel not being filled in just looks weird. Dark Dimension, we definitely snap, I think, on turn 3 because Dark Dimension is absolutely oh man, it gets better and better, right? Like all the cards we want to get Dark Dimensioned are also all the cards that just got buffed by Wakandan Embassy. So we're slow playing, but I think this is a winner. So maybe we don't put it like we're putting Odin and Wong and White Tiger, and then in this case, I like it. I like this snap. because this allows me to play. So we play Wong White Tiger on Dark Dimension, and we play Shang-Chi now. It allows us to, well, hold on, that's not good, because then if I don't play White Tiger, because Odin protects me, and Odin's also 10. So what's my game plan? No, it's play Wong now. I think Wong makes it the true scary, because we have 10 with Odin here. So my opponent can probably take that with Apocalypse, or with, like, 10 is not the highest thing. Like, it's actually very beatable. But with Shang-Chi, it's, you know, anything is possible if my opponent flips first. So, like, if we don't do anything now, and the cool thing is by setting up in Dark Dimension, we aren't gaining points either. So, but at the same time, so if I play White Tiger, Absorbing Man can't absorb it because it doesn't on. It's interesting. You'd think, I have a feeling that logically Absorbing Man can't copy it just because of the animation, because even though it says it, technically the card text for science, I kind of want to do it, but at the same time I don't want to lose. You know what I mean? But it's 100% Tiger. It's 100%. Okay. It's just, where is Shang-Chi going to win us? That's the question. Ooh. Well, that's fine. I think, you know, Angela might not be a pick, but I don't know. There's not a lot better than her. I think I need a really good card to play with Absorbing Man. But anyway, it's Odin because, like, once again, seems like we win. So if Dracula, if this is a discard, 5 cards in hand, I don't know. Dracula needs to have Infinite as a guarantee to beat us here, right? I would snap back, but I think I win so much that I actually want the 4 cubes and not the 2. But my opponent's committed. Maybe my opponent knows that they beat this, but my opponent maybe doesn't know that Odin got Wakandan, right? And that may be the difference maker. My opponent... Okay. Wait. I don't think... I wasn't paying attention. There's no history here. We win anyway, right? Yeah, we win.
Enough said.
Wait a minute. Okay, we win. Infinite already discarded. See, you guys saw it, and there's no history, and I probably, if there was a history to check, I would have checked it, like, as I'm ruling stuff out. If there is more information that I can gather right now, but the history isn't one of those things. So if I'm looking at the chat, like, streamers do have a slight disadvantage, because if you don't catch everything, you have to piece it together. You can't see it. They're getting better at this. Like, you can now click on, you can see this. I actually really like this view. You actually can't even see the whole view on the way I have this, but you can see Tiger Spirit on my side on the bottom of the screen, and also now on the top of the screen, along with the logos and everything. It's great. That's just, you know, one of the newer things that they do. All right, let's get rank 85 right back here. I feel like we've been playing well enough. I'm surprised that I haven't been gaining ranks, but I did lose 8. I think I must have lost 12 cubes at some point today.